Hey everyone, and welcome back to the SCREENY. Season 2 of 13 Reasons Why gave fans a lot of things to discuss, and that jaw-dropping finale is definitely one of them. The last episode of the Netflix hit series ended with a bang and left us with more questions than answers. If you're one of those people who sat there thinking, what the hell just happened, after binge-watching the whole season in a single day, we're here to help you figure it all out. Let's try to explain the ending of the second season of 13 Reasons Why. Before we start discussing some of the most epic moments on the hit teen drama, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content about your favorite movies and TV shows. Hannah's last goodbye. After the first season of 13 Reasons Why ended, it looked like we knew everything there is to know about Hannah Baker. Boy oh boy, how young and naive we were back then. Several characters dropped mind-blowing bombshells during Hannah's trial that revealed a whole new side to her character. But it seems her story finally came to a closure. Actress Katherine Langford said she won't be reprising her role, and the only reason she came back for season 2 was to allow Clay to finally let go of his first true love. Everyone got to say their last goodbye to Hannah, as Lord Huron's tune The Night We Met played in the background during the spring fling. Most of the characters didn't know this song has a power to transport Clay to the world where Hannah is still dancing in his arms. One person who didn't forget about it is Tony, because he's that one friend everyone wishes they had. It was a perfect moment for all the characters to come together and help Clay cope with his grief for one last time. Tony is the first one to join him on stage, and the rest of his friends quickly follow suit. They hug each other and slow dance in a touching scene that brings them ever closer. The lyrics of Lord Huron's song makes the scene even more symbolic, since Clay actually spent the whole season haunted by the ghost of Hannah Baker. Probably not an actual ghost, like some of the fans were suggesting, but her presence was inescapable. Clay probably spent so much time having visions of Hannah and talking to her because he had a hard time coping with her suicide. But the finale made it seem like he's finally ready to let go. Let's face it, he's gonna have bigger problems on his mind when season 3 finally kicks off. Nina's raging fire. Nina Jones was one of a couple of new major characters introduced in season 2, but it always felt like there's a lot we don't know about her. She befriended Jessica after the whole school found out Bryce sexually abused her and showed real concern for her recovery. Nina was probably the one who encouraged her to join the support group and speak up about her experience. On the other hand, Nina feels very strongly about the way victims of sexual abuse tell their stories, and she seems to believe that no one else should have that right. That brings us to those mysterious Polaroids from the clubhouse that have been the biggest mystery of season 2. Someone has been leaving them to Clay the whole season, and he used them to put the clues together and try to expose Bryce and his mates for who they really are. In a twist that we should actually see coming, it turns out Zach was the one who tried to bring his teammates to justice, and he gave Clay the whole box of incriminating pictures. After all, he didn't approve of anything his fake friends did, but stayed silent because he's a coward. Zach's words, not ours. It seemed that these Polaroids could actually lead to the demise of the baseball cronies. But it all changed when the box containing them disappeared from Clay's car. Nina was the one who took them and set them on fire, leaving fans baffled and confused. Many believe she did it to protect all the victims because they would have to face humiliation if these images saw the light of day. Others are certain it wasn't a selfless act. After all, her picture was inside the box too, and we're yet to find out how and why. Bryce's demise. If there's one character people definitely don't want to see in the next season, it would probably be Bryce Walker. The finale hinted this spoiled brat won't be returning to Liberty High since he decided to transfer to an elite private school. Why would the star of the baseball team and self-proclaimed hunk do such a thing? Because his reputation was tarnished after Jessica summoned the courage to officially accuse him of rape. Thanks to his father's expensive lawyers, Bryce got only 3 months of probation when his sexual assault case made it to trial. This embarrassing sentence stands as a constant reminder that real-life rape victims often don't get the justice they deserve, since their abusers constantly walk away relatively unharmed. Something similar happened to Bryce, and it seems not even his family is there to support him. His mother told him he's dead to the family, and his father was probably furious after discovering Bryce won't be getting any of those fancy baseball scholarships. At least he has the support of his girlfriend Chloe, who was loyal to him to the very end, right? Well, not exactly. Jessica isn't the only girl Bryce raped, and it turns out Chloe's name was also on his long list of conquests. He assaulted her while she was unconscious at the clubhouse, the secret spot Bryce and his cronies used to lure in girls. After seeing some of the incriminating Polaroids from the scene of the crime, Chloe was ready to turn her back on Bryce and testify against him. She panicked at the last moment, betraying everyone who trusted her, apart from her terrible boyfriend. Chloe later confessed to Jessica she's actually pregnant, and some of the fans believe that's the reason why she's protecting Bryce. Monty's confession. Season 1 made Bryce Walker seem like the absolute worst person we've ever seen. But its follow-up made us wonder about all the skeletons his friends may be hiding in their closets. Turns out his partner in crime, Montgomery de la Cruz, has quite a few. He supported Bryce through thick and thin and went the extra mile to make sure no harm will come to him. Remember that time when someone ran Clay over with their car, nearly killing him on the spot? What about that horrible blow-up doll with a noose around her neck on Jessica's front porch? And the gun and a bullet for Alex so he could finish the job? Don't even get us started with those frightening notes received by almost everyone involved with Hannah's court case. Turns out, Monty was the one responsible for all these horrid things. But his series of crimes doesn't end there. The most gruesome scene of the whole season also involves Monty, who beat up Tyler down inside the school toilets and ends up sodomizing him with the broken mop handle as his friends stand around and watch. It was an unspeakable act of violence that enraged many viewers, but people involved with the show tried defending it by saying it's important to speak about an epidemic of male-on-male sexual violence. Not everyone accepted this excuse, since they got used to 13 Reasons Why creating controversy by including shocking and possibly triggering scenes. Some of the critics felt they made things even worse by giving Monty a backstory that seemingly explains this narrative. He's extremely violent because he comes from an abusive household, pretty much lives on the streets, and sees baseball as his only escape from this hell. That's why he's ready to take revenge on everybody who's trying to hurt his team. Clay and his friends made Monty's blood boil by speaking against his friends in the courtroom, while Tyler drove him crazy with countless acts of vandalism that exposed his team as the monsters that they are. Some fans are suggesting Monty's behavior is actually a hint he's a closeted gay, but that probably isn't LGBT representation that 13 Reasons Why needs right now.
And I don't know what to do about it either, okay? But I tried hurting other people, right? I tried hurting...
Tyler's revenge. Tyler's rape led to an even more shocking cliffhanger that could have made things for Liberty High students worse than they are right now. Season 2 made it seem like things are going much better for Tyler Don, who finally started making friends and having fun. Their idea of fun consisted of seemingly harmless acts of vandalism that were to humiliate the people who truly deserved it. They would probably never get caught if Tyler didn't post the photos of himself and his buddy Cyrus vandalizing the school. That didn't sit well with the board, and he was suspended and sent to anger management programs right away. After coming back, it seemed like Tyler is finally ready to start things over, but his encounter with Monty changed everything. This act of senseless violence was the final straw for the problematic teen, who quickly found the worst possible solution to his problems. Tyler decides to shoot the school during the spring fling dance and comes extremely close to completing this task. This storyline was a long time coming, since we've seen him storing guns and large amounts of ammunition at the end of Season 1. We've also seen him visiting shooting ranges several times during Season 2, and it was clear he wasn't a stranger to these kinds of places. Clay, who was there with him once, knew it too. And when Tyler sent a text advising his ex to leave the dance, he immediately figured out the storm is coming. Instead of letting the police deal with it, Clay tells his friends to lock the doors and stay inside while he talks to Tyler. Showrunners were criticized for the way they handled this situation, since it's always advised to call the authority professionals who actually have some sort of training. That's not the case with Clay, who still somehow managed to talk Tyler down from doing any harm. Some of the critics also felt portrayal of Tyler's rage is damaging because it reinforces the myth that school shooters are victims of bullying, who would never do what they did if their peers reached out. Clay probably won't get a pat on the back from the police after doing so. He was the one who took away one of Tyler's rifles and helped him flee the scene of the crime with Tony. Clay is also the one holding the gun as police sirens wail in the distance, and it looks like it's too late for him to hide it or throw it away. Even if the authorities don't make him the main suspect, they'll probably bring him in, and our hero will have to answer a lot of hard questions when 13 Reasons Why finally comes back. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out one of the other 2 videos on your screen.